What's up, folks? Just gonna do a quick video because we always see people in the groups and Facebook pages talking about doing full water slides and having problems with them. And we're not perfect at them by any means, but this is the way we do them. And it's been working out really well for us. I have already painted these water slides, so I forgot to video it, but here's what we use and the steps we do. We use the just plain old Rust-Oleum 2X matte clear. This is what we use to seal everything. And on full water slides, we use the Plastidip Glossifier, which is just a clear, but it doesn't dry solid. It gives you a little flexibility. So what we do is when we print the full slide, we let it dry because there's a lot of ink. You have to let it dry thoroughly. Give it a very heavy coat. First layer of 2X matte clear, heavy coat. Let that dry. Come back, give it a heavy coat of the Glossifier. Let that dry. Then we repeat that process. Another heavy coat of 2X, another heavy coat of Glossifier. And we do that a couple of times. So you're building up a couple of good layers of Glossifier on here. And then I start it with the Rust-Oleum and I finish it with the Rust-Oleum. So you're solid, dried, and sealed. And you'll be able to feel it. It makes the thickness of your paper different. But what we're gonna do these two tie-dye on 20-ounce skinnies. These are straight skinnies from Hog. We paint them white, use clear water slides so the colors pop on them. So we're just gonna do these real fast. I like to get myself a bowl that's big enough to hold this without trying to force it in, and it all fits in at one time. So you wanna drop your water slide in your bowl. I do it face down because they curl, but make sure it's fully submerged. And it's gonna have to sit for a few minutes. Move some of this other stuff out of the way. All right, so I was saying we got our 20-ounce straight skinny, painted white, under one layer of epoxy. That gives you a extremely smooth surface for everything to go on. Makes it a lot easier to work with. We're gonna have our little silicone squeegee and a wash rag. And soak it for a few minutes, flip it over. You'll feel when it starts coming loose, but you wanna let it get good and loose, because if not, it will stretch and go out of proportion on you. These are, they are the size of the cup. This is top to bottom. So I'm probably gonna have a little problems here and a little problems here where this cup does roll at the edges, but we'll see how it does. Take your cup, wet it down. And check our water slide. And see, once it's moving on you, see how easy that's moving? With all that clear, it moves pretty good. So I like to slide a little off the edge to start. Take it to your cup. Try to put my thumb here without putting a lot of pressure, because like I say, it will stretch. Get it squared away, and then I pull a little at a time on my paper. Let it go just till I get all the way around. You want to watch it and make sure that you're not off here, because it will get twisted on you. And just work it all the way around, little at a time, until you get back around to where you started. See how I'm starting to get a little off there? You can give it a little tweak, and then just slide her the rest of the way off. Set your paper off to the side. Now I don't know on this seam if I'm gonna blot some alcohol ink and clean it up or exactly what I'm gonna do, but let me find me a pole to put in here. And put a handle on it so it's a little easier to handle. All right, now once we get to this point, I make sure it stays wet because that way it works out easier. I like to start kind of in the center. You see, here's our seam. I go around to the center of the design and just start working all the water out from under it. And we'll go all the way around the cup. All right, once I get the majority of it where I know it's not going to move, I take my little washcloth and just wipe it. That kind of dries the outside and removes stuff from underneath so you can see where you're at. May play with it a little more, but I'm not worried about it. Once it starts drying, I can push them down again and I can get most of that out, but we'll trim it off and neaten it up. That's about it. You wind up with a water slide all the way around. I'll be quiet and do this other one. And then when we get done, I'll give y'all a shot of the finished product.